that would be a failure. Okay.
Waiter?
Yes.
Sanctuary cities.
Yes, sir.
I understand Democrats don't support the bill that's on the floor today.
Right. And there's a
Is there-
veto threat.
Is there a need for any sort of legislation pertaining to this? And I ask because your fellow San Franciscan Senator Feinstein said recently that she believes that a narrower bill may be in order to address this issue of whether cities are required to comply with these immigration detainers.
Well, let me say that sanctuary city, the fact that San Francisco is a sanctuary city, and there are many sanctuary cities, many people live in sanctuary cities across the country, that really has nothing to do with what happened in San Francisco. Should we take a look, always review what the standard is? For example, in this case, having nothing to do with sanctuary city, but why did the Bureau of Prisons not hand this person over to ICE as they had done in the past? A course of events unraveled in which were unfortunate, and poor judgment was used by the sheriff in the city to not turn him over to ICE, the suspect over to ICE. My own personal belief is that when we examine this, and I think Senator Feinstein's legislation relates to PEP, the program that now exists, and how we should increase communication. I haven't seen her bill, but should there be a way to increase communication among different authorities? Yes. Should there be a review of what constitutes a deportable offense? In other words, it says now violent felons. Well, there are lots of misdemeanors that are very violent that just really wouldn't fall under that category, and there are lots of felonies that aren't violent but that are breaking the law in a serious way. So I would say let's review what that standard is. Remembering, of course, that also in the Violence Against Women Act, we have this protection for immigrant women. And that's why, I don't have it here, but we certainly will be talking about it on the floor. The League of Cities, law enforcement officials across the country are saying vote no on this bill because it harms their discretion to protect people, to solve crimes, to use their time more effectively to do that. And again, if you're not familiar with the organizations, see what's happening on the floor. I should have brought some. Do we have any with us under the letters? We'll put it out. It's overwhelming in opposition to the proposal that is there today. But should we review, not for the purpose of sanctuary city, but just for the purpose of our policy in general, what is serious? You know, multiple misdemeanors or one non-violent felony. You know, we have to have more discretion there, I think. And then, of course, what would solve most of it, no guarantee of all of it, is to pass comprehensive immigration reform. What we also have to look at is how did this person come into possession of a gun in a state where his having a gun as a convicted felon would raise serious questions. So with that, we'll have to go to the floor because we're having that debate now on the rule and later on the bill. But it's a tragic, tragic situation. Our hearts are broken over it. So much heartbreak. So sad what happened in Chattanooga. It's just, how do you explain that? Again, a person got a gun online. Got a gun online. Another reason for us to have a serious background check. But again, when you're so close to the incident, really our focus is on mourning with the families. But as we go forward, as people look at various things, whether we should be having arms in recruitment centers, that policy started under President George Herbert Walker Bush, as you may not recall, but can research. And that's really up to the military to decide. But is that not heartbreaking that these young people who've risked their lives in military theater were not safe at home here. So again, our thoughts and prayers. We have a lot of thinking and a lot of praying to do around some of the incidences that have happened. Thank you.